Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Kiandi. Welcome back to my page, Dear by Kiandi. Today we're going to talk some spirituality and how to clear cosmic gunk from your life. And what I mean by cosmic gunk is it's just like residual energies. Excuse me, let me close my window. Residual energies that we collect and carry with us subconsciously from childhood, and if you've never cleansed, throughout your lifetime. Now, we can have cosmic gunk from, our epigenetic DNA, from our ancestors, from our parents, our grandparents, of course, and so on. This is energy that is not always positive. Now, we do acquire those positive energies and that positivity that they gain throughout their lives, but we also collect a lot of their fears, their anxieties, their basically their fears and anxieties, for lack of better words at this moment. But when we carry those energies with us, oftentimes they feel like almost like a family curse because of those anxieties, because of those fears that are not our own. We don't quite understand where these energies are coming from or why they are keeping us stagnant and keeping us from growing into our greatest good. And that is because of that cosmic gunk. It's not always a family curse. Now, I'm not going to say that no family has ever been cursed, but it's highly unlikely that somebody would take the time to curse generations to come. Some people that are going to take the time to curse somebody, they're going to curse that person in particular. Not that it can't happen, that they can definitely curse generations and lineages, of course. But we carry around energies. The best way to put it is, transfer of energies. We can start at, the takeover of America. I'm not one that believes that all of us came from Africa or descendants of slavery. Now, there are some Americans that are descendants of slavery, but not all of us. And what I mean by the takeover of America is the enslavement of our indigenous ancestors that were already here, or the ancestors that were products of slavery. It was for them to see, their fellow slaves or their tribe members go through torture and be taught that you better watch this because you don't want this to happen to your kids, or you don't want this to happen to you. And if you look away, you're going to get it too. So when they're forced to watch things like that, it attaches to their aura. It attaches to their DNA. It becomes them. But then they taught their children, don't you do that because I saw somebody do that and this is what happened to them. So the fear was embedded in our DNA, and we then encoded it and scripted it into our children, much like we do today. Fears of people that are born into a family of with a strong religious belief. The fear of hell, the fear of demonic possession, the fear of, death keeps people in a quote-unquote cursed state. We teach it to our kids. We teach our kids not to do the things that make us fearful, that take us out of our comfort zone, that make us question, our survival. Now, all of it was not bad. It was a form of survival. But fear is never good. Fear is never good. Fear is very limiting. And what I mean by cleansing cosmic gunk, we have the fears of our oldest ancestors within us. We have the fears of our, ancestors that we even knew passed on within us. And the way that you break the cycle of that cosmic gunk, that heavy, stagnant energy that keeps you from growing to your greatest spiritual good. Because we can fake the funk out in this materialistic world. We can fake the funk out here in the physical realm and act like everything is all good. But in those moments of quiet, what do we really feel about ourselves? That's what I mean about cosmic gunk. It's that stuff that still makes us feel like even in the here and now, we don't have enough. In the here and now, I'm not enough, But it needs clearing. And it's not something that has to be, a whole ritualistic thing. It's not something that requires a lot of ingredients. All it requires is you to have the belief that first and foremost, you can remove it. Secondly, to know what can be used to remove it. Now, people that come to me for spiritual guidance, I always ask them, first and foremost, do you meditate? Do you take the time to listen to your spirit? Do you take the time to listen to what's going on in your mind? Because your mind is creating everything that you're seeing on the outside. Everything that you're seeing with the visual eyes is a product of what you've seen here first. Be it good or bad. It's taboo for some people to believe that they even have the power, because we've been taught through religion that the power is not inside of self. The power is always going to be this God in the heavens, this devil beneath us, or something else has power besides the God body, the self. And that could be furthest from the truth. Your empowerment comes from knowledge of self, from listening to your body, to learning ways to heal the body, starting with the mind. If you think of anybody that is going through some really hard times in their lives, listen to them speak. Listen to how they speak about their situations, how they speak about themselves, how they speak about their lives. And if you know thyself, and you know that everything that you see with the visual eyes, or everything that is part of your existence in the physical realm, is a product of what is going on in the mind, then you know the mind is what needs the healing. Now, the body also carries energies. Like I said, these energies through our lifetimes, we collect from the womb all the way to the tomb. And if you never take the time to spiritually cleanse your body and the mind, then you will always be in a state of stagnation. You will always feel that you are in a state of lack. You will always feel like you need more, want more, because it's just not enough. How do you cleanse? How do you clear it? Good question. It's very simple. Take the time to sit out in nature and observe everything that's going on around you in nature. Now, I know some people are, from the city like myself, but the city still has an outdoors. Most people try to avoid it. Okay, the sun is hot, or it's cold outside, or all these things and all these reasons why we feel like we can't just sit out and observe nature. To sit in a state of peace and tranquility, honestly. To not constantly bombard yourself and your mind with things that are not of your greatest good. Movies, television, the internet, all of those things have the power to take us to places in our minds with the television, with all of those things we carry, with us. Sleeping with the television on is one really good way to have a lot of disruption and a lot of static in your mind. Sleep is supposed to be a time of peace and quiet, to rejuvenate the body, to rejuvenate the cells, to give the body the rest that it needs to get up and go again. But if you're sleeping with something on that, has a lot of violence or a lot of screaming, or it just has a lot of sounds and explosions and things like that, your body's not getting the time to rest, because it's interpreting all these sounds and things that it's hearing, even in your unconscious state. You take it with you. You take it with you in your sleep. You take it with you in your lucid dreaming. So you never get your body a chance to just rest and be at peace with quiet. That's a form of meditation. Sleep, rest, quiet contemplation in nature. Those are ways to clear it, because those are times that you connect with self. You connect with everything that is you. Television is not you. All of these artificial lights are not you. Your body needs what nature has to offer, from food to medicine to vitamins. It needs those things, and we deprive ourselves of them without even thinking about it. We take what we're told to take. Oh, I take a multivitamin. I do this. I work out. Working out can just be a walk in nature, to just observe the trees, to observe the insects, the birds, the bees. I mean, everything that's going on around you, because nature teaches you about self, how to survive. When those leaves are falling from the trees and you observe that in quiet contemplation, then it should click in your mind that those aren't just leaves falling from the trees. That is nature telling me this season is a time to let things go. Let people go, let situations go, let all of those things that no longer serve our greatest good go. It goes deeper than just leaves falling from a tree. When you see the birds migrating, it's time to get up and move and make things happen, to take yourself to another realm, another place, whether it be subconsciously or physically. It's time to grow. It's time to evolve. Spring is a rebirth of self after a death of winter. There's a lot of things that we take for granted that are right here, and they're free. This shit is free. You don't have to pay to see snow. You don't have to pay to see the sunrise. I honor all those things, because those things to me are more important than money, than fake ass relationships and forced energies. I'd rather be alone in quiet contemplation, because I get to know thyself. I get to know thy worth. And I allow nothing in this physical realm to take me off my stance. So, how do you clear it? If you think about religion, how do they clear you? How do they cleanse you so that you become anew from that point on? Water. Water. Now, you'll listen to a whole lot of witches, and I'm not knocking any witches that do all the extras. The extras are just that, extra. Simplicity is key with me. I don't want to have some herbs that's got a crocodile foot in it and all this weird shit that is almost damn near impossible to make me feel like I can be cleansed and I can be whole. All this extra. We got to take it back to the simple things. Take it back to simplicity. Take it back to all the elements that are at our disposal. First and foremost, your spirit. Air, fire, water, and earth and spirit. I wear it every day. That's what it reminds me of. Keep it simple. Now, I'm not knocking all those people that feel like they need to have all these extra things. Water. If you've ever seen anybody get baptized, what are they using? Are they using all these different herbs and all these different, all of these hard to find things? No, they're using simply intention and water to cleanse. When I do my spiritual baths, when I tell my clients about spiritual baths and clearing that spiritual gunk, after you have sat in contemplation and gotten to know thyself, after that, then you want to cleanse it, remove it. You will feel it then. You will be conscious of it then. Once you have sat in contemplation, you will see where the weight is when you think about certain things. What area of the body, what chakra is it making react? When you're in a state of fear, it's always going to be in the gut, your gut instincts. When you think about other anxieties, it may be your eye twitching. What chakra is that near? It's near the third eye. Something going on in the mind. All of these things, listening to your body, but it takes contemplation. It takes silence. It takes listening to self. And stop being bombarded with all these people that feel like they got all the fucking answers. Because you got to do this. You got to buy this $400 candle. You got to do this. You got to pay this. Learn thyself. Learn ways to heal thyself. If it means changing your diet and not eating death and dead animals, then take a chance and try that. It may not be for everybody. I'm not saying it's for everybody because I'm not even a vegan. But some people it resonates with. It resonates with your spirit. Listening to your spirit. Listening to that inner voice. That's the only way you're going to grow spiritually. Getting back to the spiritual baths or spiritual showers is to take salt. Any witch knows that salt is your best friend. Just plain old table salt. You can get fancy. You can use the Himalayan salt. You can use the, Epsom salt. You can use all kinds of salts. But plain old white table salt. Any kitchen witch, ask her. That's a staple for a witch. Or somebody on a spiritual journey that wants to learn to protect their energy. Use it. Give it a purpose. Because salt in your hand or on your rag or in your tub is nothing more than salt without the intention and the job that you're giving it to do. Put it on your washcloth. If there is any particular situation, or you just want to get rid of the residual gunk from your past, your ancestors' past, that you carrying on you, the weight that you feel, put it in your hands. Speak to it. Give it a purpose. Your purpose is to cleanse me of any and all energies that are keeping me from my greatest good. All of the ties and cords that I have attached to me from situations that made me feel less than. This is your job to remove them. And as I cleanse my body with this salt and it washes off of me, it goes down the drain along with all of those energies that I'm removing. Simple. But you got to say it like you mean it. Not be fearing like, what is this going to do? I'm scared. You can't be scared to free yourself. You can't be scared of simple spiritual growth. Doesn't take a lot. People can convince you that it takes a whole lot. That it takes sessions upon sessions that are very expensive. On candles upon candles that are very expensive. Time upon time that's very expensive. To the point where you just feel like you're just going to be stuck with this shit forever. Well, call your girl. Call your girl. Hit me up. Inbox me. I'm on Dare by Kiandi on Instagram. I'll put my links in the description box of this video. But I keep that shit simple. Yes, I will do tarot card readings. Yes, I will do pendulum readings. Yes, I can go deep with it. I can help you. But there was a point in time where I felt like I wanted to save everybody. And in turn, being an empath and feeling, when I speak to my clients, I take on whatever it is you are going through emotionally, whatever is keeping you stagnant or making you feel like you don't hold the power. I feel that. I take it with me. And I have to take spiritual baths. I have to take spiritual showers, spiritual baths. I have to cleanse it because I will carry it with me for the rest of my life if I don't. And the same with you. All those trials and tribulations that you have been through, that you felt that you overcame, that you suppressed and let go and kept it moving, are still with you. They still linger within you. There's still that weight on your shoulders. Don't think for 1 second I don't have moments where I'm just like, I'm just tired, shit. It's just a lot going on. But then I got to sit back and remember who the fuck I am. I can't look outside of self to cure this or to fix this situation. I can either give the situation my power by feeling like I'm powerless, or I can take the reins and be like, hell no, this shit ain't gonna go this way. I'm gonna put out here what I want it to do. And I expect that miracle. I expect that synchronicity. I expect that prosperity and that abundance. That's why it comes to me. Because I expect nothing less. Even in the times where I feel my weakest, in the times that I feel like, shit just ain't going right. I got to understand it's not going right because right now my mind ain't right about the situation. My perception about the situation, I'm letting my mind go and I'm not controlling thyself, mastering thyself. So, spiritual bath, give it an intention. Take some table salt in there, speak to it. Tell it your job is to do X, Y, and Z for me, to cleanse me of X, Y, Z, and cleanse yourself from head to toe. And then, once you've done that, go on and do your bath or your shower as you normally would, and give thanks to whoever you call upon. Yourself, God, Jesus, Buddha, Hindu gods and goddesses. Whoever you feel comfortable, because I feel like the divine is always going to communicate with you on a level that you're going to be able to understand. So I'm not going to knock whoever you call upon, your angels, your spirit guides, your ancestors. I'm all about ancestors. Yes, I get into angels and spirit guides because I do believe that there are different dimensions and planes of existence that walk with us. But they can do nothing for us unless we first honor them and know who they are, know what they are, know what their purpose is, and then give them permission to work alongside us. Past loved ones. It doesn't have to be God. It doesn't have to be any of those things. It could be a brother, a sister, a mother, a grandmother, a grandfather, anybody in your family that is passed on, who loved you. Don't call upon nobody that has some issues and beefs with you in this life, because they carry those energies with them into the afterlife as well. So call on those that you know loved you and had your greatest good in mind at all times. Call upon them. Say, I need y'all to help me get this off of me. I need y'all to help walk with me today, to talk to me today, speaking to me and through me when I feel I have no voice. Be that for me. Give me the guidance that I need. in a way that's not going to scare me. Because when they come and they do those deeds for you, the last thing they want you to do is be like, oh shit, there's fucking ghosts around here. You know? Or they won't help anymore. They won't help you until you are in a state of mind where you're able to receive clearly and concisely the help that they're giving you, the love that they're showing you, the protection that they're giving you, the guidance that they're giving you, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Fear is not a factor when you know thyself. Anxieties come and go like waves in the ocean when you know thyself. When you know thyself, you know that you have to be okay with your polarities. Not like any religion that tells you to always turn the other cheek. Fuck that turning the other cheek shit. You have to be in a state of mind where you can embrace your dualities, your polarities, to know that you are the night and the day, that you are the masculine and the feminine, that you are not just only godly, but you have a devilish side too, that you are light and shadow, that you are the yin and the yang, that you are life and you are also death. And embrace those things without fear, without anxiety. Embrace it because it becomes you. It is you, and always has been and always will be you. So with that being said, clear that cosmic gunk. Remove anything and anybody. I throw that in my cleansings at all times. Whenever I do them, remove anything and anybody, no matter who or what it is, from my cipher that is not of my greatest good and my growth. Anything that is keeping me stagnant, anything that is keeping me in a state of negativity, anything that is hindering my growth on this earthly realm and spiritually, remove it. Be surprised who the fuck disappears from your life. You'll be surprised what disappears from your life. But you won't ever know if you allow your life to be guided by anything and anyone outside of self. Food for thought. Peace.